Hello, friends. If I don't stop hitting this thing, but I am not going to start all over again. Good afternoon. It's Sunday. It's actually not quite afternoon. It's about 11:45 Sunday morning. You're going to hear two things. One, my dog's pitter patter, because every time I hit the record button, he seems to he doesn't know that I'm hitting the record button, but every time I hit that record button, he just has to make his way of walking up and down. So you may hear that. My phone is going to start going off because I'm recording from my phone again. This is the real raw version of being on YouTube. I'm not even going to call myself a YouTuber, but I've watched thousands of hours within the last, 2 years of YouTubers talking about nothing that was interesting and sometimes cathartic. So it's time for me to do the same and share some of my thoughts. I've always had a blog, Tonesha's Thoughts, that manifest into something, then turned into nothing, but it was just fulfilling because it was just something that I wanted to do. Long story short, okay, here's the good, bad, and the ugly of starting a YouTube channel. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I wouldn't say not an absolute idea. I know like this much of what I'm doing because I've watched other people. It seemed really easy to start a YouTube channel. It's not. Backstory. I ordered this iPad Air 2 days before my birthday, thinking that I can go into the Apple store and just pick up this new device because I decided that I wanted to get this app called Procreate. And everyone has Procreate, right? So everyone has Procreate. All creatives seems to have this app Procreate. See, here goes the dog. Okay. So, see this? I don't even want my reflection in here, but you know what? We're going to push through it. Hi, I'm Tonesha. I will learn how not to have this thing. It's going to bug me now that I can see myself, but we're going to talk through it because this is the good, the bad, and the ugly of being a YouTuber. And you know nothing of what you're doing or how they do it, but I will figure it out. So, I watched a few hours of one YouTuber, I'll put her name maybe down in the comment if I can find out how to do it. But she's an illustrator, lovely illustrator. Her lessons are very on point and accurate. So I thought I could follow along and make this cactus. It's horrible, but no, it's not horrible. It's not exactly what I thought it would be because as I watched the YouTube video without the iPad. So let me just back up a little bit. I went into the Apple store 2 days before my birthday thinking that I would buy a new iPad and go home and practice what I saw. Not that easy because it was on back order, and then I had to cancel the order because the very next day they came out with the iPad Air 5th generation, and I was here I go hitting the thing again. I was an anti-Apple user for whatever. I don't even want to go into it, but it was just something really petty. Blah 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 blah. So this is my cactus. I have a long way to go. So this video is kind of like to show you that it's basically don't give up. If you are out there trying to create content, if you feel it in your heart to be a content creator, or you have something to share and you can't seem to get it like the other YouTubers, don't give up. Just keep going. Like this cactus this is my first time fooling around with it, and it's still not finished because there's lots of other stuff that I think it's Lisa Brando, but I will put her name down in there somewhere. I'm going to figure out I'm going to link it over here. I don't know how to do that just yet, but I'm not a tech dummy. I'm just tech slow. We will get there. And look at my desk. All the other YouTubers is like all immaculate clean. That's not how my life is set up. I love your setups. I tried it and it just does not work. This is the real me. I am a photographer. I have stuff all over my desk because that's how my creative mind works. But I just wanted to share with you that I got my iPad on the 18th. Today's the 20th. I spent all of last night, yesterday, I had a whole full day. I didn't even leave the house yesterday trying to implement or create a digital planner, because let me just tell you, if I can grab my books here really quickly. In my purse, I will have at least, look at this, all of my notebooks, planners, journals, and stuff. I like doodling. I like drawing. I'm not that great of a, look at all these books. I'm not that great of a drawer, an artist who sketch, but I love sketching. I like sketching my thoughts. I've painted. I taught myself how to paint, acrylic paint, during the pandemic. So I thought it was time for me to go to the next level and get this Procreate, because one, I can learn to draw on here. Also, I could learn to journal and put pictures with my bullet journaling and things of such. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And then I'm glad I did that right. So here's the thing. Last night I was in the house all day long trying my best to create this journal that I saw, of course, other YouTubers do. I wouldn't say YouTubers, let's call them content creators. Okay, let me see if I could zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, I kind of did that. All right, so this is as far as I got. And the person that I was watching, and when I finish and I'll do it, I had a hard time understanding what she was saying because she has an accent, and I couldn't get it. I kept rewinding it, trying to listen closely. And then what I come to notice is that when certain content creators are giving instructions, sometimes they leave stuff off as they're editing their videos. And it's like something really crucial that I'm like, what was that step? Creating these little tabs. Let me see if I can just like zoom in a little bit. Maybe I can. Okay, and move over. And I'm like much of a perfectionist. Trying to get these tabs lined up the right way underneath the page. I created all of this from scratch, friends. From scratch, not knowing what I was doing. I was at this thing for like 8 hours. Seriously, it's like 8 hours. And I would not let up. I want you to know, just don't give up. I know for certain, one, that I am going to learn how to record without seeing my glare. Number two, this journal book is going to be really super fantastic because I put my all into it. And I believe when you put your all into anything, you're just destined to, I just did something I didn't want to do. You're just destined to do good things. I created this presentation. Ooh, here's my March one. I did that yesterday, and then I decided like, okay, I really like the way this looks. Why not just keep going, since it wasn't so hard to create this. So I decided to go ahead and make the planner. Wrong idea. Baby steps. Baby steps, everyone. Don't try to do too much too soon. Just give yourself time, grace to make, not mistakes, but to grow into what you're learning to do. Then I saw other students take notes, and I use OneNote. This is what my church notes look like. It looks nothing, absolutely nothing like what the other content creators' handwriting looked like. I'm like, as I'm writing and taking notes, I am saying to myself, what in the world is this monstrosity of notes? And I had to laugh because it's okay. Like it's really okay. It's really okay that one of these days is going to look so much better. So this was in good this is in Microsoft OneNote, where I keep all of my other notebooks. Like I have offline error occurred. I don't even know what to do with that, but it's okay because I am going to learn what that means. I have no idea. And I already have like all my good stuff here. I know how to use my notebook, but the learning curve was awful. So I got out of OneNote. This is while church was going on, and he was preaching a good one. Go to Tri-Cities YouTube, March 20th. Good service about margins and how to not overexert yourself and be overcommitted, and you don't always have to do what other people are doing. Do things the way that God plans you to do. He understands. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So that was a bust. Then I go to Good Notes because I'm like, yeah, Good Notes is the one where these YouTubers have this great penmanship and their notes are all organized. I need lines, I need grids. So I switched off OneNote and I went into Good Notes. I think it's Good Notes is what it's called. Forgive me if it's not called the right thing. Here's another monstrosity. So I thought I was creating a notebook page. Not, that's a page. And then my notes look like this. And I took a photo and was going to put pastor preaching a good one because we know our church is cool like that. My notes are a mess. It doesn't look neat. It doesn't look pretty. There's dot grids in here. I'm gonna zoom in. There's dot grids, but I'm not writing in the grids because it's too slippery because I didn't put the paper feel thingy on my cover on the board on the glass. You know what I'm talking about. And then I tried to doodle a little bit. What pastor says, make time for wisdom. But I got on here to share and to document my growth. I am going to grow with creating great content, having real conversations. But I'm taking over 13 minutes to say, if you're starting out on your YouTube channel, don't get discouraged if you don't know how to make things look like other YouTubers at this time. If that's what you're aiming for, keep growing, keep building, keep doing. It will happen. I am a professional photographer and I cannot get my camera angles correct. I don't know how to do B-roll, but all of this stuff I'm learning. So give yourself time, give yourself grace. Love what you're doing. Love to create. The world has so much that you can offer and that they need. It goes full circle and as to the things that we can do. So thank you for sharing. And can you let Apple know that we left-handers, we need, this is like, it's not bugging me, but why can't it at least be turned around where the pencil is not upside down, because it's made for, if I hit this thing one more time, it's made for a person who writes right-handed. So when you're writing with your right hand, you can see, yeah, I have an Apple second generation pencil that costs ridiculously $130, $129.99. Why can't I read it the right way? So can you send a note to Apple, but I don't want to pay for another pencil. But could you just like, do. All right, friends, have a glorious, glorious rest of day.